I'm Tom Blankenship, and we're My Morning Jacket.
I'm Jim James.
I'm Patrick Callahan.
Hi, I'm Patrick.
Hi, I'm Carl, and this is What's in Your Bag.
Boy, I was ready for spring. Its beauty changes everything.
Got these that I released, Jim Jams, Jims. I put these out last fall, and I just wanted to kind of promote my product line. So these are really great. I already know those. One of the most underrated albums of all time, James Laid, which people unfortunately remember because of the single Laid, which is a good song, but it's kind of annoying. But the whole rest of the album is just a mind blower, and I've always wanted it on vinyl.
I had Blood Orange, Coastal Grooves. I was looking for the newest record and I couldn't find it, so I thought I'd pick this one up.
Keith Jarrett, Facing You. It's a solo piano improvisation. He's kind of my hero. He was the reason why I started to get into improvising and stuff like that. And I just think he's the greatest improviser alive, maybe to ever live. It's not what he plays, it's how he plays it. And he's still around. He's really prolific.
Gotta see him.
Yeah, man, seeing him live is like a spiritual experience. But don't make any noise, because he'll stop the concert.
I came in looking for 36 Chambers. I couldn't find that, it is on order, but I did find a Record Store Day release, and I'm particularly infatuated with Method Man right now, and this has Method Man's song on it in 4 different versions. And in relation to that, I'm also infatuated with the Method Man Redman album.
Same song, on with the mega bomb, blow you out the frame, then I'm gone.
I love his approach to rhythm, the way that he rhymes, and the sound of his voice. It's real raspy, and he just has a great way with words.
Jim bought a Barney Kessel guitar, so I started listening to Barney Kessel because we're like, who's Barney Kessel?
Soul Rebels, Bob Marley. Jim kind of hit me to this. Jim gave me this long playlist of Bob Marley stuff and a lot of the old kind of rare stuff I'd never heard before. And a couple of the songs are on this record, so I thought I'd get it.
It's like air, water, and food. Is that essential?
Yeah.
Those songs.
And look at this album cover, the sexy Soul Rebel.
It's badass.
Yeah, it's cool.
Soul Rebel, do you hear them lipping?
Young MC, Stone Cold Rhymin'.
One of the greatest records.
I mean, I can't imagine any other record that I listened to in middle school that I still listen to like on a monthly basis.
So good.
She's dressed in yellow, she says hello, come sit next to me, you fine fellow. You run over there without a second to lose, and what comes next? Hey, bust a move.
Sturgill Simpson, Kentucky.
Kentucky
Proud.
boy.
I've heard a couple songs on this, and I really liked them a lot.
There's a gateway in our minds that leads somewhere out there, far beyond this place.
The production on that record's really cool. For like,
Yeah, I'm
it's
excited
like
to hear it.
country music with like indie rock, or I don't know what kind of production you would call it, but creative production.
Yeah, I like how he sings about turtles ripping your intestines.
That's the selling point, really.
I went ahead and got 2 classics, come on. So that's my hip hop section.
Man, you need to have me over.
Yep, well, you would have to ask nicely.
So Thelonious Monk, when he's just by himself at the piano, is so insane. Like, it's sort of beginner's jazz for me because I don't really know too much about jazz, but when I listen to him just play by himself, I could just listen to it over and over again. You can kind of hear him grunting and stuff. And he's playing, it's so awesome.
This new Alabama Shakes record is unbelievable. I couldn't believe how unbelievable it was. I really couldn't believe how great it was.
I also got the Alabama Shakes record.
Nice.
Man, what a killer record. It's so exciting to have peers of your own, like people you know, making great music that you want to listen to. Because as musicians, we always go back, I think, to get inspired, you know. It's rare that we get excited about a new band, you know, so it's just, we're so proud of them that they made such a great record. It sounds so good.
It's just so creative. I think it's like 10 times more creative than the last one. And just the song construction's so cool. There's some elements that you're just like, and her voice has matured so much, like just like she's really learning to sing subtly, and like it's unique, it's fresh.
Pink Moon by Nick Drake.
So good.
What a great record. It's amazing that he went so kind of like under the radar for so long, you know, until that like Volkswagen commercial, you know, and everybody's like, oh my God, who is this guy?
I saw it written and I saw it say, Pink Moon is on its way.
We were listening to his mom's record, Molly Drake, if you heard that.
That
It's
record is
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I would have bought it if I didn't already have it.
I have Public Enemy.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Takes a nation of millions to hold us back.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
My friend Tim, who I already referenced, fell asleep during Metallica. There was one whole summer between 8th grade and starting high school that we listened to this record and another one back to back, and we would play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for Super Nintendo. And we just stayed in his room and ate frozen pizza, you know, like microwave pizza, and listened to these two records. So just a lot of good memories. And the other record was Ice Cube, American KKK's Most Wanted.
I love that record.
Hey, get mad, cause I'm the nigga that's on America's Most Wanted.
And then I got some Skip James. I haven't listened to any Delta blues in a while. I've been reading about the Mississippi flood in 1927, so I thought maybe I should have a soundtrack for that.
Nice.
I said I'm a good man, but I'm a poor man. You can understand.
I'm glad we're not trying to top one another. So I got this Nina Simone, Nuff Said. This is twice that Jim has been mentioned in this, but he played this for me. It's a song called Why, and in parentheses, the King of Love is dead. She wrote it right after she found out that Martin Luther King was assassinated, and it just knocks your knees out. It's so emotional.
Is it too late for us all? And did Martin Luther King just die in vain?
Sonny Boy Williamson. I've always kind of had a blues protest. I know the blues is an essential part of music, but I get tired of people talking about the blues all the time. But I feel like I'm having my Sonny Boy moment.
Because I got to leave you, darling, make me feel like my love is vain.
More Gregory Isaacs. Apparently this is his classic. He's basically like the reggae crooner. If you want to fall in love and smoke weed and lay in bed all day on a Sunday, you can put on Gregory
Sounds
Isaacs.
good.
My night nurse, oh gosh, oh the pain is getting worse.
Everly Brothers. I realize I don't own any Everly Brothers on vinyl.
Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown.
What can you say about the Everly Brothers?
Kentucky's finest.
I didn't know this existed until today. This is John Fahey's Christmas album. I mean, how many times can you listen to the Elvis Christmas album before everybody goes insane?
I've been collected 78s for a few years now. Try and give them a good home, because a lot of people just kind of chuck them to the side. And I came across the original soundtrack of The Wizard of Oz.
The wind began to switch, the house to pitch, and suddenly the hinges started to unhitch.
There's just something about Judy Garland's voice.
Did you go to the Smithsonian when we did that tour?
No, I didn't get to go.
Oh, we had a friend who worked at the Smithsonian, and they had all the costumes in a drawer. So we're seeing the Scarecrow costume in the drawer and the ruby slippers.
Wow.
It's terrifying.
I bet.
It was just so weird.
I heard one of these songs at a restaurant, and I Shazammed it. I've heard a lot about him, and I've heard this record's amazing, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, he and Madlib are like the Coltrane and Miles Davis of that genre.
Of sampling.
Yeah.
Shine to that sparkling beam. The name of the game is Lightworks.
And then another classic, Soft Bullet, and then I don't have on vinyl. The first time I heard this record, my brain exploded.
Game changer.
Unbelievable.
They're just
greatest parts about joining My Morning Jacket back in the day was just like being exposed to music that I hadn't really been exposed to for whatever reason, and this was one of those records.
And last but not least, I've wanted to, again, I've got all of this on MP3, but just have been wanting to get the vinyl for a while.
Open your hands, stand the keys, fall in, fall out, fall down, dead ready.
Can't beat Fella. I don't know what I'd do without his music. It's so powerful. I think he did a lot of great stuff for the world. That's the end of my bag.
I have one more. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince Mega Mix sampler.
Nice. Nice. Summertime's on there?
That's the reason I bought it. And now I realize it has Parents Just Don't Understand on it too, so. And then Mega Mix, I don't even know what these other songs are.
Was that a mix that Mega Man did?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. I think it's the Mega Man soundtrack.
Nice.